on screen would be my preferred lineup for tonight. So that's what I would do if I was the Tottenham manager, not what I predict will happen. Vicario in goal, a lot of conversation calls who should be the #1 goalkeeper. Don't think this is the right game to experiment with that, but I totally think the conversation should be had. Backline then, I'm going Porro right back, Spence left back, and Danso and Van de Ven as a centre backs. No row option there anyway. I'm happy with that, don't get me wrong, but you've got Udogie and Romero who both are unavailable and have not travelled to Monaco in France for this game. Midfield then, I think we've got a real issue here at the moment. Not dramatic, but it's a little bit of an issue. And for me, I've gone with Paulinho in the 6, Gray in the 8 and Sarr in the 10. Paulinho's been excellent, and I think in an away game like this as well, his defensive solidarity, his tackles, you absolutely need that kind of not dirty player, but does a dirty work almost off and on the ball, in particular off the ball. Gray in the 8, when he's been called upon this season, has done very well in that position in the 8. For example, he come on against Bodo Glimt in this competition, the Champions League. Superb performance, cameo. I think he got an assist, didn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong. Then I'll have Sarr in the 10. I think he's been exceptional this season when he started more centrally and further forward, which I believe has been that number 10 role. So I'd make 2 changes in that midfield from Villa. Out comes Bentancur and Simmons. Bentancur I like, don't get me wrong, but I think in my opinion, he scored against Villa and he wasn't as effective and good in that game. I don't think he's quite the player he was before injury originally under Antonio Conte, if that makes sense. I know I'm going quite far back for that one, but Bergvall, Sarr, Gray, they've all been fantastic this season, but all 3 of them found themselves on the bench against Villa. I'm all for Frank trialling things, and I'm fully behind him, but I find that a little bit berserk, so I'm going to change it in this game. Up top then, I think there'll be a little bit of conversation. The main conversation there will be around that midfield 3, or a couple of them anyway, in particular. But I'd go with Odobert on the left. I think right now he's our best left winger. He's showing the most promising signs, improving game by game, growing in confidence. Moani at the top, I don't think that will happen, but I would do it. No better way to get yourself back from injury and match sharpness, match fitness, get used to a new country, a new league, new players, new teammates, new manager, etc, etc, etc. The best way to do that is starting games. It's as simple as that. And I agree with Simmons, but I think for example Simmons, I think we're pushing a little bit too much. I think introducing gradually, and right now we're all expecting something straight away. Moani, if you do be patient, so I'd probably think he's got an hour in him maybe. I don't know because I'm not there at the training ground, but that's what I'd do. Then Kudus on that right hand side, we're relying on him too much at the moment. We did against Aston Villa, which is credit to Kudus, but we need to find other ways to create chances, other players to create, and I'm looking to the likes of Odobert in particular, who is improving game by game. But when you start the likes of Sarr or Bergvall, although I haven't started Bergvall in this game, they're the players that take the pressure off Kudus because they can produce themselves. They can get assists, they can cause problems. So that's why I think the midfield balance is mainly wrong. That would be my team then to take on Monaco. A lot of waffling, but that would be my team. What would you change? What would be your lineup? You're Thomas Frank. Forget what he think he's going to do. What would you do? That's the question here.